Hey Library World, let's talk about some fun YA and adult books for Libraries Rock this summer, shall we? First one I want to talk about is Audrey Waite, which is by Robin Benway. This book came out a few years ago. It's kind of an under the radar book, but it's what happens when you break up with your boyfriend and then he writes a hit song about the breakup and your every move is suddenly tracked by paparazzi and the internet is analyzing every bit of your relationship. And all you want to do is fall in love with your next boyfriend. That's what happens to Audrey and Audrey Waite. Really cute, funky read. I would be remiss if I didn't mention Weesie Bat. I'm a huge Francesca Leah Block fan, always have been, always will be. There's not specifically about rock and roll, but there's a strong undercurrent of punk rock and LA rock and glam rock. She loves David Bowie. Strong undercurrent of rock through all of Francesca Leah Block's books in the Dangerous Angel series and everything else she's written, quite frankly. So, Weesie Bat. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Really fun graphic novel series. You may have seen the movie, which I do consider one of the better movie adaptations that I've seen. You know, sometimes you see the movie and the book's always better. I think the Scott Pilgrim book is a strong contender for being even the movie being better than the book, quite frankly. But the graphic novel series is fun. He's in a band. There's lots of music references. He wears a Smashing Pumpkins t-shirt. So definitely check out Scott Pilgrim. This is an adult book, but I think some teens would be into it. It's by music critic and pop culture critic Rob Sheffield. It's called Love is a Mixtape, and it's the story of his life and loss in love with a girl named Renee. And each chapter is based on a song, so it kind of reads like a mixtape. And whose life doesn't really feel like a mixtape sometimes? You know, you've got those triumphant highs and those low lows and the love songs and the sad songs. So definitely check out Love is a Mixtape. Another one that everyone probably knows, but is a good one for Libraries Rock, is Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. Also a really awesome movie. Maybe, is there a Michael Cera theme running here? Anyway, Nick and Nora pretend to be going out to make their significant others jealous, and then over the course of a night through New York City, trying to find a band playing a secret show, they fall in love. It's a very sweet story. Also, Nora's dad is a music producer, so there's lots of rock and roll in there too. This is So Punk Rock, and it's by Michael Ostow. This is a story about Ari, who is a young Jewish kid who is in a secret rock band, and he and his friends in the band do a ska cover of Hava Nagila, and it becomes a huge hit, and he has to deal with telling his parents that he wants to be a rock star rather than go to Hebrew school. So it's a really cute book. And there's a little bit of drawings in here too. The author does some graphic novel kinds of things to explain Ari's life. So cute book. So Punk Rock. And finally, I read this book about 15 years ago. It's called Our Band Could Be Your Life. Scenes from the American Indie Underground, 1981 to 1991. Each chapter is a little profile of lots of punk bands that were popular in that decade. Dinosaur Jr., Mudhoney, Black Flag. Lots of fun facts about bands that you may be into and may not know about. Like, for example, did you know that Henry Rollins scooped ice cream at the Haagen-Dazs in Georgetown? Who knew? That fact stuck with me 15 years later, so definitely recommend this one. All right, that's all for my book recommendations. Libraries Rock. Have a great summer.